Hey there, YouTube. It's your boy, Wayne the Train. You guys are always watching some upper body lift. You seem to love that Road to 315 bench press series, which I appreciate. But we're going to switch it up. I'm going to show you guys some more lower body lifts today. Today is my squat and quad focused leg day of the week, right? I do two. I do a squat focused and a deadlift focused. One squat quads, one dead hamstrings. Otherwise, I'd be at the gym forever and I wouldn't get much done, or maybe too much done. So we're going to get right into this video. Before we do, go ahead and comment you guys' squat maxes down below. I want to see where the crowd is. I want to see where you guys are. Maybe get a little competitiveness going amongst us. But I just want to hear how strong you guys are. It's always nice just to have that scale so you know where you are relative to if you're trying hard or if you need to try harder. So comment your squat max down below. It'll be greatly appreciated. And let's break this video down. We're going to talk about the do's and the don'ts of a good leg day, right? The big don't of a leg day is don't wear slides. Don't wear slides. Don't wear slides. Don't wear slides. How many times I got to say it? Don't wear slides or Crocs. As comfortable as they may be, because they're not, at least for me, they're not tight on my foot, they don't provide any darn stability, any darn structure. It's so easy for those things to just move around. If the weight in your foot shifts from toe to heel, the slide or Croc is probably going to go with it. So they're not going to help your leg day. I was so wrong for wearing them. But look, in my defense, it was early, it was still dark outside, and on those mornings, the only mission is to get in the gym, to plug some headphones and caffeine, and to get the job done. I got in, I looked in my gym bag, and, well, you wouldn't believe it. I only found one shoe. Now, I know normally my shoes, I keep gym shoes in my car, so the other shoe was probably in my car, but it already had caffeine. The beer is already hitting. I didn't want to waste the energy, so I just worked out with it. But you will see right there that the shoes are probably having an effect on my bar path, just because my weight's probably not evenly distributed through the slide. I'm coming down really fast, and when I come up, I'm kind of bouncing around a little bit. That's wasted energy though, bud. All this energy, well, first of all, when you're powerlifting or doing any kind of sport mostly, it has to be in a controlled fashion, right? So you don't even get the call when you get to move. So that bouncing around stuff, it only works for training, and it's not even a good habit to build. If you are going through this, I say something that really helped me fix this are tempo squats. So just having like a 1, 2, 3 second count on the way down and up, or pause squats. So pause at the top, pause at the bottom, maybe even pause below or above parallel for your knees. Slower movements are the key to kind of regaining that bar control and making sure, like, from A to Z, that bar is exactly where you want it. And because any missed deviation, any swing, it's all energy. You could have completed the lift faster, or you could have completed the lift heavier. Form, while it's not sedentary, it's not super set in stone, it is the most efficient way to do something. So if you can, try to mimic good form to the highest degree. Now we're getting on to some core, which is probably, in my opinion, the wackest muscle to work out. But hey, if you care, I would say that the main way I like to do core is weighted core. I feel like weighted core is more effective than any other core, because I heard it put like this once and I can't forget it. Everybody wants abs, right? And the diet, the kitchen, all that stuff. But any other time that you want a muscle to show, you use weighted resistance on that muscle. Why would the abs be any different? And so I train my abs with a lot of weighted resistance. The two main ways are anti-extension and anti-rotation. So I'm either rotating with some weight or trying to resist, or extending with some weight or trying to resist, like in that cable crunches. My workouts have been feeling a little stale as of lately, and it happens when you run the same exercises for so long. This is something you gotta get used to after you've been working out for a while, especially in continuity. I don't know if that's the word. So I've been experimenting a little bit. I tried doing these anti-rotation. They're like wood choppers with the cables. I didn't really like them. They didn't really hit right. I felt it more in my shoulders than in my core. And if that's the case, if you feel something more in another muscle than the muscle you intended, well, firstly, are you doing it correctly? And then second, may not be exercise for you, right? But looping back around to why I'm experimenting is you get like diminishing returns from doing things, right? You could love emotion, you could love doing something so much, but you put in so much effort, and in the beginning you'll get a lot out of it. but the more effort you start to put in, the less you'll get out of it. Where it's like you're putting in a lot of effort and you're not getting much out of it. It's a waste of time, right? So, we're back to squats, same leg day, same concept. Still working on trying things out. This here was one of those those screw it sets. Just go all out, right? See how many reps you can get. I think I ended up getting 15 or 16 reps. So I think that's pretty good, right? I have a video up on YouTube from 6 months ago. You can go find it, of me doing pause reps with 275. Now, I never said it was my max, but it was challenging then. And a couple months later, you see me doing 15 reps with this weight, right? 15 reps in a fatigued state. This is my pullback because I'm coming off of heavy weights last week. But it gives me a bit of a perspective, right? One, it shows me how much I can push. Two, if this is how much I'm capable of doing when I pull back, is 350 really the higher, quote unquote, upper end of what I can lift? Is it in that 90 to 100% of my max? Because if I can reduce the weight 40, 50 pounds and still get all these reps, it stands to reason my body may have the strength and ability to do more. I just have to chase those adaptations. I just have to train and pull that kind of result out of me. And I know I can squat more than 350 for singles. I was doing more than that earlier this year before I hurt my back, but we're working back up. But another thing I'd like to say about this set, there's a lot to say, right? Legs are bigger muscles. Bigger muscles require lots of volume. Lots of volume is what is going to help you grow. But look, I felt pretty tired after this set. I think I'm breathing a little hard. But my legs, they just weren't feeling it, right? One of the first thoughts I had was I could have went for 18. I could have did a little bit more. My legs aren't burning. I could be breathing a little bit harder. My lungs aren't on fire. If I wanted the best results from that, I had to push and pull it all out. And sometimes those sets can show you those crazy sets. Wow, not only have I been holding back on myself in the past, but I can keep moving throughout the pain. I can keep going. I can do better. This next set is pretty good. I actually went up, I think, about 15 pounds in total. No, 15 on both sides. I had a 10 and a 5. So we're up 30 from 275 to about 305 to 310. And I just knocked out another 10 reps. So once again, I did 15, 16, whatever, at 275. Come up 20, 30 pounds, do another 10. I probably could have got more than 10. I probably need to be experimenting with higher rep ranges in 315 and 320. I should be going for sets of 8 to 10, maybe even 12 there before I start to work my way back up, because I see all this room to grow. I see all this untapped potential, right? If I'm doing all this fatigued and a proper program oriented the right way, that is tons of growth to ramp up on. That's tons of time to grow, tons of time to just work out. And hey, that's at the end of the day, that's what we all want to do. So, first of all, don't quit on yourself. There's some lifter who says this mantra, I'm going to try and find it. It's funny, but he's dead serious. He's not laughing about the damn thing. He comes into the gym and he means it with his life. And that's the kind of balls, male and female, that we all have to carry into the gym if we want to put our best foot forward and get the best results. It's Tom Platz, guys. I looked it up. It's Tom Platz. It's a little more than don't quit on yourself. If you haven't seen any of his videos or workout videos or workout motivation, go do yourself a favor, watch some Tom Platz videos, realize how much slack you're leaving on the table in the gym, and that's the reason you don't look the way you want to, and then we can come back and have a conversation. So once again, it's Tom Platz, but you see me doing some really light RDLs here. I said before, I'm sure I said it 1,000 times, I tore my hamstring just a slight bit. Felt a pop in the back of my right one doing some RDL at 225. I had my legs all the way stretched out. I was thinking I'm going to grip it and rip it. Not the best idea in hindsight, but it happens, right? Sometimes we get ahead of ourselves, we get injured. And I want to talk about that real fast. As a bro, not a PT, not someone who's certified to give you advice, just a bro. But if you injure yourself, of course you want to, for some time, try to avoid the thing that injured you to some degree. But as soon as you can, first of all, go for recovery. So go for heat, go for massage, go for things that relieve the tension and allow it to heal a little bit. But as soon as it heals and the pain starts to go away, you don't want it to lock back up. You don't want a smaller range of motion. You don't want to lose too much strength. So start reintroducing movement very light at first. And then once you have that very light movement down for a couple of days, you don't feel any discomfort after resting, then add a little bit of resistance and just keep building until you can build your way back up to the proper weight or proper resistance for yourself, right? It doesn't always have to be heavy to find challenging ways to do it. You can do a lot of reps. You can do things that make it more difficult. You can take more time, but that's all I got for you there. And then the last thing we're going to do are some lunges. I have a love-hate relationship with lunges. They are very difficult with dumbbells, I feel, just because they go all over the darn place. I feel like barbell lunges are much easier, but you also need like 6 foot of clearance to walk around and do them, so it kind of makes them harder. But lunges are a great way to cap off the end of a leg day. Lunges, hip thrusts, kettlebell swings. If they work that muscle, you're working that leg day. A great way to just pump a lot of blood in the muscle one more time. Because again, they take higher volume. You use your legs every time you move. And try doing a set of bodyweight squats, bodyweight lunges after your squat session. 1, I challenge you to see how far you get. And 2, I challenge you to see how much of a pump you have when you're done. Because bodyweight lunges after a squat day, if you've been squatting hard, they are going to slap. Especially let that back leg get real far behind you like I am. Let that knee drape behind you. You get a big stretch in your quad. It's what works. So you're going to see me flex, and I'm going to do something really funny. But thank you guys for watching this far. Stay for the funnies. Appreciate you all, and like or subscribe if you found this video useful. And that's how a lot of my leg days end up, just falling over and laughing. But we had a good time. Hope you did too.